bloody undead.
Undead at every exit, orcs upon the...
I smell.
Let us see if you can choose the finest greens.
Actually, I think that's only roast pig.
Fresh haddock.
Yeah.
What are ye staring at? Some poor chaps lost their ship and want some work? Just send 'em to me and tell 'em there's a bit of coin and a lot of rum coming their way if they don't mind a bit of honest labour.
Cheese. That excuse is more holes than a slice of this fine almond.
And don't forget the time you got caught passing a love note to the Lizard Council's wife.
Have you found us a job yet? We'll take anything, really. So, any leads?
Speaking of youthful gore, that loopy legionnaire...
We should tell them that Captain Jack in the...
It's a perfect fit.
So a captain's offering booze and brass for a bit of crate loading? Gods be praised.
Just a Federal's carriage for the joyride.
Unbelievable! You watched your brethren be slaughtered while you twiddled your...
Oh, the Source Hunter! Nice to see these winds are blown.
Oh, come on, the cross.
a wanderer comes my way. Call me Ishmael, son of the sea, an outcast upon these wretched shores. Of course I can talk, don't be silly. There's more tongue to me than heart. Indeed, the surprise should be mine, for I still remember the days when your time is an indulgent mistress to one who spends happy... Oh, I remember ancient times. All this I have seen. My fate is a cruel one, I assure you. How many snot... Of course they can hear her, the brats. We are on the very edge of the great... Yes, yes, I, King of Pearls, ache to repose anew on his coral throne. Hurl me toward the water. What do you say, kind knight? Will you return?
Kindness is its own reward.
Agreed. Let's...
Liberator! The sea, I have returned. Where every wave feels like a virgin's kiss. May the bounty of the deep be yours, along with my eternal gratitude.
Nothing to report, sir.
She killed them!
They're dead.
And they might have lived if we hadn't intervened.
Those fools are dead! I knew that she-beast would bring disaster. It was that orc. She snapped, grabbed them, popped their necks, and then ran out of the...
Ready to advance, ready to defend. What can I do for you, comrade?
She killed them!
Plenty of fish in the sea.
Sweet relief!
They say he's privy to ancient and arcane secrets, the likes of which I doubt you can...
Sightseeing isn't so bad on a quiet day like this, is it?
Let us see if you can choose the finest greens!
Well, hello there.
Ah, hello, purport. I'm a painter. I travel around...
Oh. To what do I owe the repeated pleasure, Source Hunter?
Thank you eternally for your help. Though your reaction to the healing stone, I have no idea. That strange reaction you caused. Blue lightning from a healing stone. I've never seen anything like it. And the stone looks different now, too. Like I've been studying under Theleron for some time now, but that task, being I've a passion for this.
Soothing a corpse's troubled mind. Can't have gotten far.
Source hunters, eh?
Oh, if you've got a favourite sheep, best to fry her up now before she gets thieved in the night like me dear plump Ogget. The finest. Now that the herd's gone, old Birchie's just scratching by like a hen till the next. I recently sold most of the tender loves to a trader heading north. Plenty of business that way these days. Those miners must be preparing for a mighty great feast. Wish I could have a nibble on my dear darlings, all ground and spiced. Yes. Oh, Ogget's been missing for more than a fortnight. I love that sheep, you know. Was planning to cook her into a fine midwinter night haggis myself. Do tell me if you hear anything about her. I plan on pursuing whoever stole her with my cleaver in hand.
A good day to you.
Sauce hunters, eh? If you've got a favourite sheep, best to fry her up now before she gets thieved.
Cheese, tomatoes.
Dearest customer, Oh no, noble friend. Your upper chakras are in desperate need of a good scrubbing. Fortunately for you, my homebrewed tinctures will do the job. Or if you're in the mood for something a bit more electrifying, one of my air scrolls might give your system just the shock it needs.
Sheep's cheese, tomatoes. Sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Join the Spud Club if you've got an eye for farm potatoes.
Not in the mood for cheese. That excuse is more holes than a slice of this fine almond bread.
Sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Aaron has as many friends as the man with many cheeses. Pay the big cheese on your book with a wheel of the good stuff.
Join the Spud Club if you've got an eye for farm potatoes.
Aaron has as many friends as the man with many cheeses.
Sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Pay the big cheese on your book with a wheel of the good stuff. Not in the mood for cheese. That excuse is more holes than a slice of this fine almond bread. Pay the big cheese on your block with a wheel of the good stuff.
A good day to you.
lonesome? Spiritless? Perhaps wrestling an earth elemental will inject some vim into your routine?
Join the Spud Club if you've got an eye for farm potatoes.
Not the moon for cheese. Their excuse is more holes than a slice of this fine corn. Aaron has as many friends as the man with many cheeses.
Potions to bemuscle you, scrolls to entussle you.
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Paint a big cheese on your rock with a wheel of the good stuff.
Today, I think, a king...
I've seen sorcerers infused.
Sigurd and his rainbow of war machines. It is said, and this I have heard from a ghost who knew Elliot, who is said to have known Sigurd himself, that the king had a great thirst for colour. So ardently did he crave creamy blues and gory reds that he ordered a contest across his realm.
Bravo, bravo!
You there! Take a seat. Prepare to laugh your head off, cry your eyes out, and teeter on the edge of your seat with an original tale from Stefan. I am Reginald the Illusionist, purveyor of the most amazing artifact in Hard Times, Lord Pinchpenny?
Fantastic!
That's right. A talking I obtained. You see, though that I in the before my mind's eye swam.
So ardently did he crave creamy blues and gory reds that he ordered a contest across his realm.
Bravo! Yeehaw!
Come on!
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. Oh, excuse me, I'm trying to prepare for the next show. I doubt I have to tell you that I am the amazing singing Stefan, the only sentient... Psst. You're a source hunter, aren't you? Oh, pleasure to meet you. Now, please, Stefan has many fans to meet today. Psst, help me. Take me to Reginald's cellar. There I will reveal everything.
Fantastic! Bravo! Bravo!
Come one, come all, and see the amazing singing Stefan! Syciles, oh, you there! Take a seat. Prepare to laugh. I am Reginald the Illusionist, purveyor of the most amazing artifact in Andevale. That's right, a talking head. And he doesn't just talk. He'll weave you a yarn so fantastic, you'll be... I obtained this curio. You see, I was diving in search of a rare medicinal sea herb. I volunteer at the local children's apothecary on weekends, in the shallows around Sycile's own Black Cove. Though the chest was stuck fast, I summoned I had the treasure of a lifetime in my very hands. But then, in the hubbub, I lost hold of my prize and watched it sink to the bottom. Before my mind's eye swam the faces of the many war widows and leprotic orphans, grabbing fast to the hilt of a cutlass that floated by at just that moment. Freeing myself from my would-be tomb, I swam as quickly as I could. First, it was there, along the rocky beach.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. It won't be the worst indignation I...
We will have none of that, you hear?
Ha! A talking head? What dog sorcery is this?
By the seven, what a tale!
Come one, come all, and see the amazing singing
word.
Stefan! Sycile's only sentient...
My word!
Zombie ate your dog? Orc sunk your ship? No matter!
You're at Katerina's Fair. Well, I'm Katerina the Fair. Fairest First Lady of the Fair, of course. I've an open stage in want of talent, and I've often found the best young performers among the rank and file of the audience. The theatre's favour has overcome you, has it? Marvellous! I do so love a fresh green talent ready to check the library and see if any of the classics there interest you. I'd love to see a Source Hunters take right away, my dear, just as fast as your boots. Speak to Master Chaucer if you're...
Oh, it's good.
Show all of them. Siseal, what you're made of. And who are you supposed to be? Oh, I should have been one of the greats. But here I am. No, really? I hadn't noticed. If not for this ridiculous condition, don't you have an impressive library here in Siseal? I'm sure that beast of a librarian could... Katerina's given the go. Tell me when you're ready to begin, and I'll show you to your places and gather you what... What is it this time? Ready for your trial by fire, you mean? There's no more savage foe than an audience, my dear. And I'd like to be the king of Stormfist, but I haven't got the credentials, have I? Come back when... You there! Sit! Stay a while! Right in front. Don't pity me. No, sir. Just a few years ago, when Reginald came, he brought some fantastic prop with him. Now, have you seen it? A talking head. It seems even my usually choosy audience has been taken in by that hack's little gizmo. I'm a man of sand even when there's no crowd to speak of. Old Reggie still has at least one fan calling bravo and hee-haw. I don't know how he inspires such loyalty with less talent. Performers, showmen, show all of them. Siseal, what you're made of. Fear of flatulence.
I've got all the remedies.
Snake, wing of worm, brew and spice 'em, stir and churn.
You must have fought many of them. In fact, I bet you're a real war hero.
Oh, I'm no hero, Esmeralda, dearest. I'm just doing my duty, you know, for the Legion.
Well, you certainly are my hero. The rock upon which I may rest my weary soul in...
Legion's greetings. I have been informed about your heroics on the beach. I am Septimus, 7th son in a household of 9, legionnaires all. Me, and so fair a lady I have seldom seen in all of Rivellon, my friend. And I have traveled more extensively than migratory birds do. Steadfast will I guard her. Never will I... Jake's murder is, in a word, a tragedy. He was well loved in all of Sicile. The Council of 7 couldn't have wished for a better ambassador. And what questions are those? I've fought orcs, crazy tragedy flocks.
Lords above, grant me patience. You're a source hunter, aren't you? Here because you think I killed my husband. How many times do I need to state and restate my complete innocence in the matter? I am Esmeralda, wife of Jake, and now, alas, his widow. Poor man. We were both so young when we met. Like I told just about every legionnaire in town, I don't know anything about poor Jake's murder.
I want is... So what happened? Some of them tittle-tattling crab chasers down the pub call me a murderous gold digger and you believe them? These insinuations truly go beyond the pale. Oh. Starstone? I've never heard of such a thing. Dear Jake had a mineral collection. Do you mean to imply he collected something dangerous? Something that may have gotten him into trouble? Oh, this is all too much. I feel like I'm drifting from... Well, what do you want to know? We're surrounded. Undead haunting it. They came out of nowhere.
It's about her innocence.
We'll need to look for evidence if we want to prove she actually did the evil deed.
We've secured the perimeter.
Excuses more holes than a slice of this fine.
What? Oh, it's you. Come closer then. Closer, huh? My ears aren't what they used to be. Nor my eyes, for that matter. Yes, hello, saw my elf? What? Oh, myself. I am Cecil. Oh, what? Oh, you mean Cecil. Very difficult times indeed. The undead have overrun all. That's not to mention that at the top of this whole caboodle, there's rumors of some new religious sect or cult or some... And, while we're on the subject of troubles, I myself have a private matter I'd like to bring to your attention. It involves a magic relic. I rather foolishly... Jake! Murdered? Oh, yes. Yes, now I recall. Indeed. I could hardly believe it myself. Most of the townsfolk are certain Jake's wife Esmeralda is responsible. In fact, the Legion have... As you can imagine, I've known Esmeralda for years. That business between her and the Duke of Ferrol was always a bit... suggestive. But I've never had cause to suspect her of violence. Still, an all-right bloke, apart from all this Esmeralda nonsense. The whole town knows the only goal of his business trips to Sicil is to spend a night or two at the King Crab Inn with Mrs. Counselor. What? The undead? Yes, for the past 2 years those blasted skeletons have all but suffocated this city. With all but one trade route overrun. What of what now? Oh, you're speaking gibberish. Ah, you mean the staff of Pergamon. Yes, yes. I was expecting a shipment of weapons, and among the cargo... Cecil proved an old fool, though. For the merchant slated to deliver it to me has just informed me that the damn thing has gone missing. I fear it may have fallen into the wrong hands, and I wonder if you could retrieve it for... His name is Conrad, captain of the Tide Splitter, a merchant ship still docked at the Sicil harbor. You can talk to him if you think it'd help, but the staff itself contains a shard of an ore, highly valued for its use in the weapons of war. I know use of the material to be forbidden, but I was desperate to do something to aid the townsfolk. Well, I do believe that's something your parents ought to have discussed with you long ago, Source Hunter. But I suppose if you really don't know, I'd be remiss if I... You see, when a lady and a fellow find each other rather nice... Oh, this is nonsense. I'm the mayor for the 7th sake. I can't be bothered to chat all day about the birds and the bees when... That depends. What kind of berries are you interested in? The library. Yes, yes, you must have a visit. It's the gem of Sicil. Marvelous.
I knew that dark-dealing old man dabbled in source. To the gallows, I say.
What? Oh, yes. This library is the jewel in Sicil's crown. My Victoria has every volume you could possibly imagine. Yes. Victoria's come a long way from that little bundle of claws and teeth I adopted so long ago. What? Oh, yes, yes. I'll be on my way back down.
Have a
propensity for all things naughty, hasn't she?
The Lesser Key of Sadakandras. What nonsense. The Pseudomonarchia
Volume 1,
Daemonum.
Volume 2.
The first edition,
Where
too.
has the third one
Most
gone?
promising.
Shatsu. Sometimes I think these books sprout little legs in the night.
Omnes autem mali daemonis. What? What is this? Who are you to interrupt? Oh, but perhaps I spoke too soon. Perhaps I was mistaken, for you hardly No. A source hunter, that is what you are. Yes, a stalker of sorcery, a chaser of charms pernicious. In truth, I cannot go so far as why, simply because you hunt source, and I, Jehan, hunt demons. You are aware, of course, now. I hate what I hunt, but I respect its... This is a sentiment I'm quite certain you must recognize. Let there on one condition. That on our joint travels we will never deal with demonic entities, no matter how tempting their...
Sometimes I think these books sprout little legs in the night. Kaj'Dinor. A brief history of sorcery still hasn't been returned. Theleron will have to pay yet another fine. Volume 1, Volume 2. But where has the third one gone? Shatsu. Sometimes I think these books sprout little legs in the night. Place this book here. A volume of poetry among novels? Urak! What mayhem! Who placed this book here? A volume of poetry among novels?
Very well. There will be no deals.
Agreed.
Most gratifying. I see you are firm of purpose and thereby ready to descend. Descend into the madness that is sorcery, into the depths where demons dance. Gladly shall I follow you into the abyss. Onward, blood and triumph await.
Tekken. Esmeralda does have a propensity for all things naughty, hasn't she? In the name of Amun-Hor, I bid thee Tujda Geta Hal. Be welcome, human. I am Victoria, daughter of Mayor Cecil. Oh, I know what you're thinking. The likeness isn't When I was very young, you see, I must have been cast out by my tribe, for I was found in a wicker basket floating past Sicile toward the sea. The fisherman who found me would have drowned me on the spot, for I am an orc after all. But praise be Amun-Hor, dear Cecil was among the gathered. He raised me like I was his own. This kindest of souls taught me the language of men, their customs and their letters. Thus, indeed you may. The wisdom I here hoard is yours to peruse and even take with you. All I can ask is that you return the books you bought. Kaj'Dinor. A brief history of sorcery still hasn't been returned. Theleron will have to pay yet another fine.